Hello, welcome everybody to the Black Spinner Music Podcast. And today we are having a Mother's Day special.
Yay!
And this is our second annual Mother's Day special. Last year, us three did one last year for the top 10 female singers and vocalists of the 1970s. This time we are going to be doing the top 10 songs of the whole decade. And
Wow, that was hard.
I hope I got the
Yeah.
right one. Me too.
It was kind of hard for me too because I was trying to pick songs that we could all relate to. So I wanted all of us to have fun. I didn't want to pick songs that nobody knew. So first of all, let's meet our panel. Today we have my mother, Delia Alaman, with us here today,
Hi!
and also all the way from Michigan, we have our wonderful cousin Mary Rose.
Yay!
Yay!
And I will be your host,
Woohoo!
Mike Spinner. And I hope everybody's doing well out there. This is the week of Mother's Day, and I hope everyone has a great Mother's Day out there this coming Sunday. So,
Andrew,
yes,
real quick, I know I interrupt a lot. I like your haircut, and I
Thank you.
like that you're letting your beard grow a little bit. Thank you.
it
It's
was
very
more of a
nice.
baseball thing, not. But
Hey, today
thank you,
actually on today's May 10th.
Yes.
Yes.
In Mexico, no matter what day of the week May 10th falls on, they celebrate Mother's Day on that day.
oh, really?
So in Mexico, it's actually Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's good
I
to
did
know.
not
Thank
know.
you for the tidbit.
Thank you.
I always thought it was the Monday after.
No, it's always May 10th.
Maybe
Cool.
it's Canada. That's the day after.
Feliz Dia de las Madres.
Oh,
That's nice.
well then. Perfect. It falls on the Mexican Mother's Day.
Oh,
Yes.
And my bunco, since it's a fiesta bunco, we're gonna have 30 minutes of Spanish only. How fun is that? I can't make it the whole thing because a lot of people don't know, but we're gonna try for 30 minutes. Thank you. This will
Oh,
be fun.
that sounds
Spanish?
awesome.
Spanish only.
Oh,
When
Oh,
we're playing
wow.
bunco.
tengo que
Maybe-
ir al baño.
And bongo.
Maybe you should be able to get some Spanish plates.
I do have. I don't know what that was, but yeah,
Oh, well,
Okay.
because never
I
mind.
don't get it.
Let's get started on our countdown. We're going to be doing the top 10 songs of the 1970s. A very fruitful decade question.
Okay,
Yes.
interruption.
Yes.
I have some honorable mentions. Do I do that right now or
I was
in the
gonna
beginning?
ask the same thing.
Yes, you can do honorable mentions, but we do it afterwards.
Oh, after?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Mom, but they
That's fine.
come afterwards. I didn't think y'all were going to do honorable mentions. That's great.
Yes, ma'am. Next, Mary Rose has a question.
Yes, Mary Rose.
Can we sing?
Yes, you can sing.
Okay, I can't.
You can sing. You can do whatever you want. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I can't sing, but I can start it.
It's
No,
how
but you'll know all my
everyone
songs, so I don't have to
express
sing.
themselves about the song.
Okay.
All right, so let's
why-
get started.
Okay,
Number
go ahead.
10. My mother will start it off. And with number 10, Mom.
Number 10 is Silly Love Songs.
Aw,
Playing
that was
on
good
the
one.
radio. That's all I know. It's by Wings.
Okay, Silly Love Songs playing on the radio. It's not the line. In
Yes,
fact,
it is.
No, it's
Silly
not.
Love Songs
On the radio.
playing on the
No, it's not.
radio.
Still. But that's a wonderful song. That's from Paul McCartney.
But that's when he went to Wing, when he started Wings.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's Wings and Paul McCartney.
Right.
How many people were in Wings, Andy?
There were quite a bit. About maybe 5. And especially
Okay.
his wife Linda, of course, was on the keyboards.
Yeah, I just wanted to do something a little different and not just, but I've always liked that song. I don't know how to sing it. I don't know the lines. But I
I know
remember
the
it.
lines when I hear it. When I hear
Yeah,
it.
when I hear it, I can sing. And it is silly love songs singing on the radio. Or what is it, Andrew?
That's
Playing
not
on the
one
radio.
song. But I know, but I know what song you're talking about.
And I really picked it out because of Paul McCartney, because
Yeah.
people just think of him the Beatles, and I wanted to expose him and to give him credit that he was in the group Wings.
And in fact,
After
he
the Beatles.
created the Wing. He created Wings, and also he did a lot of stuff by himself.
I'm sorry, I
before
gotta
he
get
created
this.
Wings.
Yeah,
It's just that he wanted
Hello?
to have that band feeling again.
right.
So
I'm on
that's
a
why they
podcast.
created Wings.
So that's why I picked that one as my number 10. I could
Yeah.
have used it as an honorable mention, but I decided to give him the credit.
Yeah, it's a good
That's
song.
nice.
I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like
Mary
that song.
Rose. What are you going to start off with? What's your number 10?
My number 10 is Captain Antonio.
Mm.
Love Will Keep Us Together.
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
song too. That
Very
was a
good
big
song.
hit for them.
That was in 1975 when it was released.
And she
I
had
will have
such
to
a
say the
beautiful voice.
70s had a lot of good music. I think that was the best decade ever.
I say the same thing, and my girls are like, that was the worst decade for
No.
music. It was
No.
like, no way.
No,
But-
it is one of the best.
Yes. No,
mean,
I think
Captain
the
Antonio-
best.
When they
Maybe
sang
in
the
the
song, they
60s.
were married. They were married, and then about 3 years ago, they get a divorce.
Just recently?
Just recently, like 3 years ago, they got a divorce after
Oh.
like maybe 42 years of
All
marriage or
80
something.
years
Oh, wow.
old and all.
I mean, like after so long, why not just stick together? I mean,
I
I
know.
know.
It's like just
But-
live on the other side of the wing.
Yeah, why not?
yeah. But the other thing that I found out about Captain Antonio is that they have their own recording studio, of course, but a lot of heavy metal bands record there.
Oh, see, I don't know any heavy metal.
Yeah, but I'm
I
just
don't
saying
know. Well,
that
it's Kiss heavy metal,
it can be at times.
Aerosmith.
It
It's
can
more
be.
hard rock.
Oh, then I don't know any.
Yeah.
Oh well, you don't have to.
I
I'm just
don't.
saying that. I'm just saying that the studio that Captain Antonio owns,
Okay.
they do a lot of different music there.
Keep us together.
I like that song too, Maria. I like it.
Babe, whatever. Okay.
I'm going to start off my list at number 10, of course. Gladys Knight and the Pips, Midnight Train to Georgia.
Aw, Andrew.
Oh, well, okay, thank you. But I really like that song. It tells a really good story if you really listen to the lyrics.
I've always tried to listen to the story. I think one time I did listen to it and I got it, but I forgot. What's it about?
Yeah. Well, it talks about her trying to make it in LA, and her man comes with her, and he's trying to also make it in LA, and he's trying to be a star, but he couldn't make it. So he's going to go back home to Georgia.
In the Midnight
and
Train
she's
to
gonna
Georgia.
Follow him.
Did she
Because
follow
he's
him?
already- Yes.
Oh.
Hmm.
So she
But she
gave
didn't
up
follow her
house
dreams?
to go ahead and follow him because he sold, because in the second verse he sold his car to buy a ticket,
Ah.
a one-way ticket back to Georgia, and she says in the song that, and I'll be there with him.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what the song is about. She's going to follow him because if you listen to the Pips, did they sing? You know, he wanted to be a superstar, but he didn't get far. And
Oh.
she says that. So he packed.
I really
so-
like Gladys Knight. Or I really like Gladys
She
Knight.
came to Flint and performed.
Huh?
Oh,
She
really?
came to Flint and performed.
Oh,
Actually at my high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's a really good song. I like it. Always makes me teary-eyed knowing that,
Me too.
you know, it's a really good song.
I knew it's a little
number-
sad song, but I didn't know exactly
is.
what the story was.
Yeah, it's kind of song. It's kind of a melancholy song, but the lyric, but the
Yeah.
music keeps it upbeat. you
Yeah,
know?
it does.
Even though it's kind of
Yeah.
a sad story.
I like her.
It's
Mhm.
a lot of songs go that way. Number 9, Mom.
Number 9, Andrew. That's
Yes.
why I made a face when it was your number 10. My number
Yep.
9 is a Midnight Train to Georgia. Gladys Knight and the
Really?
Pips.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah. That's my number 9. Like I told you, I wasn't so sure what it was about, but I like the song. I like the beat. But in the 70s, we went to Georgia. Our high school band went to Georgia, and that was a big hit. So it always had a little connection to me. While we were in the bus going to Georgia.
Wow.
And
In high school.
we probably had those songs. We probably had transistor radios in the bus. I mean, you know.
What instrument did you play?
I played the clarinet.
Ooh, can you still
Yes, I can. Deborah played the clarinet in high school too, and I was able to pick it up, and I remember a lot of the notes.
Oh, good.
So we'll see who else is gonna be in the band. But it was a lot of fun. But it was we played in competition. Now I know what we did. I mean, we went to this place called Stone Mountain, and now that I know, it's very Confederate over there, but I didn't know at the time. Stone Mountain. I think it was like a battlefield of some sort, but they made into, I mean, part of it's an amusement park, but we stopped at Confederate, our band director stopped us in Confederate burial sites. And we watched that. And some people got drunk and they got kicked out of the competition.
And they got stoned on Stone Mountain.
But not me, not us. When we went, I was a junior. I was one of the youngest ones. But we had a lot of fun, and that song was a big hit. And that's why every time I hear it, I remember about my band trip to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
That's a nice story, Mom.
Yep.
Number 9, Mary Rose. Which way are you going to go?
I am going to go with Olivia Newton-John, 1974. Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. It's I Honestly Love You.
I honestly love you. Oh, yes.
Okay. I was trying to figure out, where's the
I honestly love you. And then she whispered, I honestly love you.
Right.
That was a nice song.
This came out with like one of my first so-called boyfriends when this came out. And so I would have to have my girlfriend translate some of the words to me in Spanish because he didn't know English.
Honestly te quiero. En serio te quiero.
Yes.
You
don't have to answer. I see it in your eyes.
Oh.
So I like Olivia Newton-John.
I've always liked her.
So that was my number 9.
That was a really big hit for her.
That was a big hit.
That was one of her first hits.
Yeah.
1974.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that one a lot.
My number 9 is going to be the Eagles with Take It to the Limit.
Oh,
yeah. Take it to the limit.
One more time.
Yeah.
I love the Eagles.
Song for them.
I like the Eagles a lot.
Yeah. So that's my number 9. I really don't have a story behind that one, but it's a fun story. But that's a fun song to listen to. All right, Mom, what's your number 8?
My number 8, I had to put a few songs there that were a little not different, but had no meaning. Is You're So Vain by Carly Simon.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a big song.
I mean, that was a big hit, and it still is. They still talk about it.
Yeah.
About
who
did she write the song about?
Right. Well, they say
Warren Beatty.
There was 3 guys that were
Mm-hmm.
wondering if she was talking about them, and I already forgot what the 3 guys.
Warren Beatty was one of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I think they mostly think it was about.
Yeah.
And Gene Hackman was the other one.
Gene Hackman.
Okay, I make that up. No.
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
Well,
I don't know who the other one was. I don't know the other 2, but it was such a big hit, and you hear it all the time now, and I like her. I like Carly Simon, and just it's not so much what the song was about. It was just the way she sang it and just her voice that I liked.
She was just inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year.
Yeah,
Look,
I think
she was my number 11.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Was it that song too, or just her?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
my
cool.
my connection with that story is I had two friends in the neighborhood. They were both named Cheryl and Cheryl. We were at one of the Cheryl's house and we were listening to it downstairs. I think she had it on the record. And we were singing it really loud and that. And Cheryl's sister comes down the stairs and she's like, "Quit talking about me! Quit talking about me!" And we were just singing that song. She said, "Stop talking about me!" And I can remember Cheryl telling her, "Get back upstairs." And I always remember that whole thing about
You're so vain.
yeah, Cheryl telling her sister to get upstairs, and she said, "Quit talking about me." And we're like, "You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. Quit talking about me." Yeah,
That's
came
funny.
out. That came in 1972.
No, yeah. Wow.
Wow.
So
That's a good song. I like that one.
It is.
What's yours, Mary Rose? What's your next one? Number 8.
Oh, number 8. My Carpenters.
She loves them.
72 is Top of the World.
Yeah.
I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the
That was like a happy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of their most upbeat ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of their songs were like real slow. I was Lydia and Victor were over yesterday, and I was telling Lydia my songs, and she goes, "I hate the Carpenters. All their songs are like,
they are
sad and blah blah blah." I'm like, I love Karen Carpenter, and I says, and Top of the World is a fast song.
Yeah,
She
it is.
goes,
It is upbeat. It was about, you're right. Not too many of their songs were upbeat.
Yeah.
But her voice was so beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So she was able to sing slow songs because,
yeah,
I mean, that's
And
what
to
her
me-
voice was built for.
And to me, her voice was kind of not common, but
it
very
was unique.
very next door neighborly kind.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't crazy strong, just
Right.
normal. To me.
I thought it was very strong and very.
Oh, crazy like
Janis Joplin or
Right,
something
right.
like that.
Okay. Okay. But it was a very clean voice, though. It's
Yes.
very smooth
yeah.
and clean. My number 8, you can't talk about the 70s without talking about Barry Manilow.
Right.
And I had to figure out which one I was going to go with. And I went with a big production of Copacabana.
Oh yes, of course.
The story of love and murder. Because if you listen to the second verse, somebody gets shot at the Copacabana.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Or the bartender that she liked, but she also liked another guy. Well, they started fighting, and then a gunshot rang out, and somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to hear the song. I mean, I know the song, but
Yeah.
I have to follow it when they're singing it, or if I see it on paper or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know the story on that.
It's a really cool song because if you really listen to it, you can kind of see it all being played out. You know, it's like a movie being played out. It's a great track, so that's why I came up with for number 8, Copacabana by the great Barry Manilow.
I like him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs that I like about. I love him. Now that you said about when you see it on print, well, when I was growing up, we used to get the newspaper, right? Everybody got the newspaper.
Yeah.
Well, on Saturdays, there was a teen page or a little teen booklet, and every week there was a different song, and it had all the lyrics to it. Isn't that cool? So that's how I learned the lyrics for Words from the Bee Gees and How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? Because I would wash dishes. You know, I was always helping my mom. I was a mom. And I had my little lyrics in front of me in the window. And I would wash dishes.
Sing it while you're washing dishes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's how I learned some songs word by word. How cute is that?
That's cute.
That's very cute, Mom.
I think so.
Coolest thing I've heard all day.
It's a teen page.
Yeah, but that's cool because those songs were big hits for the Bee Gees.
Yeah, they were. I used to love, I mean, I still do, but that album, if it was, I don't know, but all the songs were there. Massachusetts, Words, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart. I loved all those songs.
Yeah, that was more of a greatest hits for them.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was a big seller for them, though. Because it cultivated everything from the late 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
But some of those notes were so high. It's like gosh, they really got the high notes in there.
Yep, that was Barry did the high
Because of
notes
Barry, right.
Because of Barry.
Mm-hmm.
What's your next one, Mary Rose? Number 7.
7. Chicago.
I like
I
that.
love Chicago. This was 1976.
Yeah.
And If You Leave Me Now.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Baby, please don't go. And if you leave me now, and it says it the same verse. But
Yeah. That I
so-
like that song too.
Ken and I love Chicago. That was one of the first things that we found out we had in common was that was our favorite band. So now this song is like, don't leave me now, after we found each other. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but I love Chicago.
I like it.
My number 7 is also a Chicago song.
Ooh.
My number 7. 25 or 624.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really like that song. It's a really big jam, with the guitars, and it's a little bit louder and more aggressive than other Chicago songs.
Yeah.
You know how that story was with the behind the story 25 to by what was it?
427
or
Yeah.
624.
or 624. Oh.
Okay, tell me what you think it is, and then I'll tell you what I heard about it.
Okay, what I think I remember hearing about it is that when he was singing it, he didn't know what time it was. It could have been, he could have been trying to record this or get the words to it. It could have been 24 hours. It could have been 6 hours to 2 hours. He just doesn't know because he just kept trying to work on it.
Okay.
That's what
Cool.
Well,
what's the truth?
Huh? I don't know what the truth is. There's a lot of rumors out there about that song, about what that song is about.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was just getting so late. He didn't know what time it was. It could have been, he could have been working on it for 25 hours. He could have been working on it for, more.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You see, I always heard that it was a song about he was at a party and he asked the girl for her phone number, but he was he was in the middle of an acid trip, so he couldn't remember. Because if you listen to the lyrics, it sounds like he's on a drug trip.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
What was your number 7, Delia?
Oh, my number 7 was Maggie May by Rod Stewart.
That's
I thought I had missed it. So
No, I didn't say number 7.
okay.
My son skipped me.
Oh, I skipped you.
But I thought you skipped me because you wanted to give Maria a chance to go first, you second, and me third. I don't have to come, Andrew. I don't have to be first all the time.
I'm not saying that you have to be first.
Ken was watching it downstairs, and he came upstairs. He is the biggest Chicago fan. He knows the story behind that.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, what happened to my picture? Okay, what is it, honey? Can you
I
hear?
don't remember which one of them wrote it, but they were writing. He was writing songs, and he had a writer's block. In the middle of the night, he was up all night. It was 3:35 in the morning,
Okay.
and he's having writer's block. And he looked at the clock. He said his eyes were all bleary. He says, "Oh, it's either 25 to 4 or 26 to 4." Something like that, and it came out of that.
Okay.
And he just, instead of saying 25 or 26 to 4, he just said 25 or 6 to 4.
Oh, okay.
It just worked better that way.
Was he on acid or anything?
Oh, he probably was.
He probably was.
But I know that it was early, that in the middle of the night, and he was having writer's block, and he just probably was running on fumes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And we've got a viewer by the name of Jan Myvag who gave us his or hers top 10 also in the comments, and I'll go over that later on when we're done here. Okay, Mom, I'm sorry I skipped you. Your number 7 was
Maggie May.
Okay by Rod Stewart. That's a great song.
Rod Stewart. Yeah, I just love his horse. His horse
Yes, I
voice.
like his.
Yeah,
And Maggie May was just a big song. It was a big hit.
yeah. I think that was
And
1971. I think.
oh, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't get the years. I was busy trying to teach kids, test them for a Texas test, and I was writing down my notes. But yes, Maggie May. It was just to me. That's one of the songs that, to me, that he's known for. Is Maggie May.
Coming home tonight, that song was on, and the DJ announced that Rod Stewart said that he wanted to retire now, that he was tired of singing Maggie May at the concerts, and I can't remember what other song, that he might be starting to do some jazz.
Oh, that would be cool.
The DJ's like, oh no, please don't do that. Continue singing your songs at concerts. But that's what he said. I heard that coming home tonight.
Huh.
So
That's
we'll see.
interesting because he's already done a couple of albums called the American Songbook, where a couple of songs were from the 30s and 40s, and he remade them.
I like jazz when people remake or like Lady Gaga with Tony Bennett, how they have kind of teamed up with. I like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's a
I
good
like
song.
jazz. I like jazz.
Yeah, yeah, jazz is pretty good. All right, Mary Rose, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is takes me back to like my 6th or 7th grade, like crush on a guy. It was Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
So,
I like Jim Croce a lot.
Save time in a bottle.
That was Andrew's dad's song.
Oh,
I'm in a bottle.
okay.
I've told you before.
I always, when this song comes on, I'm like, oh, I says, what you think when you're so young. I was probably like, well, it was in 73. I was like 13, I think. And I had a crush on this guy at church.
Ooh, Miss Holy Girl.
And it was like, oh yeah, I would always think of
so
him.
forbidden.
He would be at the altar, being an altar server, and I'm like,
oh my God, Maria.
The first thing that I like to do.
Wow.
Every day.
I'm going to have to put an R rating on this show.
I know. Kurt,
17 and up only.
Hey.
All right, Mom. What's your number 7? I'm sorry, your number 6.
My number 6. So I think I love you, the Partridge Family. Well, more David Cassidy. I loved him. Now he was my crush. He was my
I
teen
like
crush.
him too. When everybody liked Donny Osmond and them, I like David Cassidy.
Donnie with those teeth? I don't think so. Now, David Cassidy with his hair,
Yeah.
And just
Donnie was a kid at that time, right? He was like, Donnie was young at that time.
Donnie was singing these puppy love songs at the age of 11 and 12. It's like all these love songs when he was 13. It's like, what?
I know.
But
I never liked Donnie. I don't like his hair, his mouth, and all that. But the Partridge Family was so much David Cassidy. Because remember, Maria, maybe you don't remember, they had a show. The Partridge
Family. I watched Family all the time.
Yeah.
And, they would come out of that bus and I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of?
I'm afraid to I don't know what else, but yes. But that's a cute song.
Yes. And it's upbeat.
I think I love you.
It is a very good song.
Oh, how cute is that? I'm sorry, the 70s had such cute songs.
Very cute, Mom. My number 6.
Davey. Check mark for you. Okay, Andrew.
My number 6 is from a band called America.
I remember America.
Yeah. And
The Horse with No Name.
No.
Oh.
There were Americans who lived in England. And I always thought that they were English. Until I found out recently their fathers were soldiers who were stationed in England.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were Americans. There were children of soldiers. They got together. They formed a band. They called it America.
Okay.
And the song that I'm going to go with, I could have gone so many different ways with America because I really like their songs. But Ventura Highway.
Oh yeah, Ventura Highway.
What is it?
Ventura Highway.
Isn't Ventura in California?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You have to sing it, Andy, because I won't know it.
No, I really can't sing it.
What are the
No.
words?
Ventura Highway. In
You
the
can't sing Ventura Highway.
sunshine, where the grass is. I don't know.
You can't sing Ventura Highway.
Okay, I have to look it up after we're off.
It's just I'm forgetting the lyrics to it.
Okay.
But do
See-
you remember Ventura Highway? Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna
Yeah.
go. I know. Whoa. Come on, no.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
All right. Well,
No.
Ventura
Sorry.
Highway is my number 6.
5, 6. Yeah.
6.
Let me
All
see if
right,
I can find a little bit, Maria, so you can.
You can't
Okay.
play it on here.
You can't play it
No.
on here, you said.
No, Mom,
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Mom,
It goes.
you can't play it on here.
On my phone?
Yeah, but then it'll come out through here, and they will block me out.
Okay, forget it. Bye.
Okay.
Well, Ventura Highway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my number 6.
I'll look it
I will
up
send
afterwards.
to you. I will send it to you, Mary Rose.
It's showing on a piece of
Okay.
of grass, walking down the road. Tell me how long you're gonna stay, Joe.
No.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Number 5, Mary Rose. Which way are you gonna go?
Okay. Back in 1975, it was with my Mexican boyfriend.
The Mexican boyfriend is going.
He was either in Texas or Mexico, and I was back here.
He was a youngin and he was old.
Shut up.
Well,
Anyway,
what do you do?
I had to go back with the I have to do my carpenters again. Because
God.
while we were away, every time the mailman would go by, I was always waiting for a letter. So I have to go with Mr. Postman. There must be some word today from my boyfriend so far away.
in Mexico.
Please, Mr. Postman.
I didn't know they sang it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Carpenter sang it.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
many days you pass me by, see the tears standing in my eyes.
Mr.
I will get
Postman.
letters. So, Mr. Postman.
Right.
But-
Yeah, I forgot who did that originally. But
I
someone
know
did it
there
in the
were
60s.
some other people that did it originally, like back
Right.
in the 50s and 60s.
70s.
But,
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was 1975, the Carpenters.
Right. the Carpenters.
I remember that song.
Yeah.
So when it
The
comes on the
Beatles did it
radio, I
too.
could sing this one all. I know the whole song. By
Well, yeah,
heart.
you sang it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of your boyfriend from Mexico.
And the Beatles also sang that song too.
Ooh.
And they did very good. The Beatles.
Oh.
Oh,
They
I
also
didn't know
did
that.
Please,
I
Mr.
didn't know that one
Postman.
either.
Yeah.
So,
I'll send all this to you.
okay.
Right, Mom?
That was my
What's
number
your
5.
Number 5.
My number 5 was, as a matter of fact, Mary Rose, you and I heard it when you were here. Knock 3 times on the
Oh yeah.
if you
On the
love
ceiling if you want me.
me. Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Yep.
Knock 3 times. Andy has no idea, but wasn't it a cute song too?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Knock
I'm very
3
aware of the
times on
song.
the ceiling
Oh.
if you want
Well,
me.
Knock 3 times, yes, Mom.
On the ceiling
I
if
have
you
no
want
idea.
me.
Me. It was cute. Anyway, I just
Yeah.
picked it because it was one of those songs that it was one of my go-to 70s song.
Right, and they also had a variety show for a little bit, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did.
Yeah.
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 And you know,
And-
Grandma, we always watch those variety shows.
Yeah. Always.
I had
Oh.
Tony Orlando and Dawn too, but that was one of my honorable mentions we'll get to
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
My number 5 is going to be a song by Jim Croce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Jim Croce, but I picked
Hammer and
Operator.
Bottle.
Operator. Mhm.
I like
I
that
know he
song.
sang the operator, Andy.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
sang
guess
it.
he did.
Yeah, he sang a lot of great songs, but he was only around for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
I think
Was the most
he
that he was
died when he
around
was what?
in his
Was he
late 20s or maybe
32?
early 30s.
Yeah, I think he was 32 when he got in that plane crash.
Yeah,
Wow.
just outside of Louisiana, and I
Yeah.
think he had just performed on the Johnny Carson show. And he
Really?
was getting a wide variety of
Exposure.
yeah, because he was on the Johnny Carson show.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And then, the fatal plane crash. Mary Rose, what do you have as your number 4?
My number 4 is, oh my gosh, this is a funny story.
Yeah.
The Commodores.
I love the Commodores.
And it was 1977. I was a senior in school. And well, I don't know if Andy's school would do this, but do you remember in high school, our senior years, it would have like mock elections, like
Yeah.
who's the funniest, who's the one
Yeah.
that most succeed, and they would send out people that were nominated would be like on a form, and we'd have to check them off who we
Vote for
wanted.
it.
And by the end of the week or whatever, they would announce who won.
Mhm.
So the Commodores Brick House, because I was nominated as Brick House.
Brick House.
Brick House.
What is
She's
that?
a brick house. Chichona.
Oh. Sorry.
Wow,
Down in
Mary Rose,
Texas, we just say
You're
big boobs. That's what we say.
yes, but
No,
that's
this
what a
was like,
brick house
you're
is,
stacked.
is a stacked woman.
Right. She's mighty, letting it all hang out, but I would not let it hang out.
Oh my
Never
gosh.
would do that. And then the lady's stacked and she's a fact. She's holding nothing back. But anyway, I was on the nomination form. I didn't win,
Oh,
but
Oh my, there was more people stacker than you.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, but I always, when I hear the song, I know it, and they even do a little, I'm a brick house, they kind of like have these.
I had no idea that's what it was. That's what they called you.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know that's what they called them.
It's built like an Amazon.
Yep. She's letting it all hang out. And it's so odd that they would have that at school, because I don't think they can get away with that these days.
Oh, not now.
The winner of the Brick House Award.
But whoever was nominated,
2023.
we'd have our pep rallies. So when they were going to announce like the winners of everything, like whoever was nominated had to be, in the gym, and we were all standing in line and stuff. And they're like,
and the winner is.
Well, they would say, and our Miss Brick House is, and then whoever won it, and it was like, so. But anyway, that was me.
Fun. That's funny.
1977 Brick House.
But you're right. That one holds.
No. Because then you can just imagine the principal going, and the winner of the Brick House who's letting it all hang out.
Yeah.
They would get him for being a pedophile.
These girls nowadays let everything hang out.
Yeah, but you can't mention it though.
But you can't talk about it.
Well, you can't talk about it, but they can do it, but you can't talk about it.
You can see it, but that's it.
Right. But back then in the 70s, it was fun. It was fun.
Right. Let me turn on the lights. Dark.
Yep, it was fun back then. And so when I hear the song, and then my girlfriends that I'm still friends with girls from elementary school, but
you're friends with a Brick House who won still?
No, there's 5 of us that still get together. And when if you hear the song, they're like, "Oh, Mary Rose, Brick House." So like, but I didn't win, but they're like, "Well, you were nominated." And it was like, "Yeah, I was nominated."
Yeah, I thought you were gonna pick 3 times a lady, but this was a lot more fun. A lot more fun. Since Mom's messing in action, I'll go with my next one.
Okay.
Where what at number 5? No, it's
We're-
4.
Well, no.
Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
Okay, so go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Mom. What's
Okay.
your number 4?
Mine is also the Commodores, but I don't really think about them. I think about Lionel Richie when I think about this song.
Yeah,
Three
of course.
Times a Lady.
Oh,
I've always
Yeah.
wanted somebody to sing that to me.
3 times a
That's
lady. What does that mean?
I don't know.
well, you're once, twice.
Twice. Three
Three
times a
Times a
lady.
lady.
And I will always love you.
No, again, you got the words wrong.
Oh, well, what is it?
But that's okay. That's okay. It's you're once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I will always love you. No, and I love you. Man, Mom, you messed it up. Now I don't know what it is.
Well, I always wanted someone to think that way about me. That's it.
Aw.
Well, they
Anything
thought
else?
Beverly Rose was a brick house.
Next,
Yeah.
you just made it sound like you were so
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, it's a special song for a special lady.
I used to work at Penny's when they would play that song all the time. So I must have been like
Yeah.
19 or 20.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
that's my song of the 70s.
My number 4 is going to be Stevie Wonder. I mean, again, you
Oh,
can't talk
I
about
forgot
the
about
70s
him.
without Stevie Wonder. How can you forget about Stevie Wonder?
I did.
But I'm going to go with "You Are the Sunshine of My Life."
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
You are, yeah.
really good song.
It is.
Yeah,
you are. Let's see. You are.
The sunshine of my life.
Yeah.
and I'll always be around.
Yeah.
That was
That's
a
a
cute
good
song.
song.
That was a good
Yeah.
song.
That's a good song. Yeah,
He's from Michigan.
yeah. He's from
He was
Detroit. No,
born
no,
in
wait.
Saginaw.
Saginaw. You're right. He's
Oh,
from
really?
Saginaw.
Yeah, he was born in Saginaw, which is from here, probably an hour away.
Oh, really?
Maybe not
Okay.
that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my house it's probably an hour, but my sister Monica works in Saginaw, and
Okay.
it takes her like just 30 minutes to get there. But he
Oh, well, that's
recorded
not
down
bad
here in Motown. Remember Andy? We went to
Oh, yeah.
Motown.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's where he recorded that, or recorded some songs.
That's
Oh
cool.
no, he recorded his whole career there. Until,
Motown
Okay.
was his production, his
Yeah, until
You're gonna have
maybe
to
the
come
late
back.
80s.
You're gonna have to come back, Andy, because they remodeled it and they added a gigantic building behind where we were at
Oh,
with
really?
more
Yeah, 'cause it was-
memorabilia.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
with
'cause
more
it was the old
memorabilia and
house.
everything. So,
Yeah, because it was the old Hitsville house when
right.
we went.
Yep.
And then that's something that we should go do. But yeah, I think he recorded there until the mid 80s when he switched to Arista. But he was one of the first Motown people to one of the first Motown artists to have his own creativity. Because
Okay.
back in the 60s, Motown, they would have songwriters for them. And
Right.
he didn't want to sing their songs anymore. He wanted to do his own music. So he was one of the first
Okay.
ones that busted out and doing stuff on
Good.
his own. Yeah. He
Cool.
kind of
Nice.
forced their hand. And then Marvin Gaye, of course, followed suit.
Yeah.
What's your number? Well, we're already at number 3.
Yep.
Okay, what's your number 3?
Who?
Mary Rose.
Me or your mom?
You
Mary
make,
Rose.
go ahead, Maria. You're
Okay.
the guest.
It's the Eagles. It came out in '74 again. Best of My Love.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
that was a really good
Every night
acoustic song.
I'm lying in bed, holding you close to my
To my
dreams,
dreams.
thinking about all the things that we said, coming apart,
Falling apart
at
at
the
the
seams.
seams.
But the words come out too rough. I screwed that one up, but anyway,
I like
um,
it.
I like
Yeah.
that. Best of My Love.
Yeah, that's a really good song. That whole like their greatest hits that they came out with were their with Volume 1. That had everything on it. It was so good. And to talk about the Eagles back then,
I think
remember
I
when-
had something like that.
yeah. Well, my mom had the 8-track of Eagles Live 1980, and I would play that a lot. I loved it.
Mhm.
It was great.
Hmm.
So also if y'all remember, Linda Ronstadt did a really good
Oh yeah, that's right.
cover of a Desperado.
Oh, I used to
Yeah.
love, yes. And then
Yeah.
I like the way she sang it more than anybody else. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she sang it good because when she was starting out on her first album, she used the Eagles to be the backing singers. 'Cause they
Right.
weren't
oh,
And they give her credit for
Yeah.
what they became after because of her.
I
yeah.
think I've heard about that.
Yeah, because they weren't known as the Eagles yet. They were just some guys trying to make it in LA. So they
Right.
sang backing vocals on her first album.
That's cool.
And then, well, and they
The
were
rest
on the
is
same
history.
record label. And of course, we know what happened to them and to her. They both
Yeah.
rose to fame there, especially in
Yeah.
the 70s.
I love
Yeah.
the Eagles. That's
Yeah.
my
Me
other
too.
favorite band,
I like
Chicago
them too. I
Eagles.
like them a lot.
Yeah, they are in my top 10 easily. I
Yeah.
like
Oh
the
yeah.
music a lot. Yeah. All right, Mom. What's your number 3?
Number 3. It seems like I've been picking more songs that were more popular than
Yeah.
Well, this one I think is one of the most popular in the 1970s.
Mhm.
Bye bye, Miss American Pie. You drove my Chevy to the
Oh, wow.
levee, but the levee
Levy
was
and
dry.
the Levy
American
was
Pie.
dry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don McLean. I just think I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a 1970s song, and you
Oh,
can't.
it's a great song.
Yeah,
And it goes on for about 7 or 8 minutes.
I
Is
think
it
I looked
long
that
or
up
right?
because I had that one too, thinking that but it was so long and I didn't know all the words to it. And then when it comes on the radio, I could only sing a part of it. And then when it comes on the radio, I just kind of like hum it. So, but I think
Yeah.
they said it was like 8 minutes and 37 seconds.
Wow. I
Yeah.
just sang the
Is how long
beginning
that
of it.
song is. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. Andrea says, Mom, you
Yeah.
got to pick that song for one of your top 10s. I said, I know I like it, but I don't know if it would be a top 10 for me.
Well, tell her it was
anyway.
my number 3.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll tell her.
Well, number 3. I almost forgot about that song.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
What's did you do your number 3 already, Mary Rose?
No, you got to tell us your number 3.
Okay, so it's my number 3 then.
Right.
Number 3 is off of my favorite albums of the 70s, Tapestry. Off this album, Carole King, So Far Away.
So
Doesn't
I
anybody
love Carole
stay
King.
in one place anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be
I
so
like her a
fun to
lot.
see your face at my door,
Mhm.
but it doesn't help to know.
That was good.
Great song.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
I like Carole King too, but
I like Carole King a lot.
That whole album, that whole thing was just so great. It was a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Singer, because she was a songwriter in the late 50s to the throughout the 60s.
Yeah.
Right.
She was part of the Brill Building writers with no.
I don't know how many songs she has, but she wrote a lot of songs
for a lot
for
of
a lot
different
of for a lot of
For
the
a lot of
artists.
other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wrote a lot.
a lot, yeah. And in fact, she wrote one of the biggest hits for Franklin,
Aretha.
for Aretha
Oh.
Franklin, that Natural Woman.
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
You make me feel, yeah,
like a natural woman.
yeah, Natural
Yeah.
Woman.
Mm-hmm. But
So,
yeah, that's a good
wow, we're at number 2.
Good.
Mary Rose,
Nadia?
what's your number 2?
Okay, number 2 is, I know it's only like, I think they call him a one-hit wonder, but
Okay.
it was released in 72, but this became, even though it was released in 72, in 1978, I went to this youth retreat in Canada with our group, and our theme song was Lean on Me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So when that comes on, it takes me back to when I went to that retreat. And, when you go to, we've all been to retreats. It just seems like that weekend, you just become so close to the people that are there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
And this song was a theme, like the theme song that every time I hear it, it's like, oh gosh, I said, I remember that. But It's just sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me
Yep.
when you're not strong, and
Bill-
I'll be your
Bill
friend.
Carry on.
Yeah,
I used to love that song. Mhm.
yeah.
That's a
That's
great
one of my
song.
yeah.
It's
I
and
like
I think
the way it's sung.
I think, like I said, it's like his. Don't they call Bill Withers a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, I guess so. But of course, he made a lot of different albums, but that was the only hit he had.
Right,
A big
Yeah.
head.
big
And
hit.
speaking of tomorrow, I'll be on another podcast with the BS Sessions, and our topic tomorrow is 11 one-hit wonder songs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I think he got a Grammy for this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
But that
Yeah, I
was,
think it was
you know,
like
like
the
I
song
said,
of the year or
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah,
That's
But it
cool.
was a big hit, and it's been remade several times, but never
nothing like him.
nothing.
They
like
also
the
used it in a movie.
Yeah, Lean
What
on
movie
Me.
did
Oh,
The movie Lean on Me.
that movie, Lean on Me, with the principal, Maria.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman.
Stand by Me. I thought that was called Stand by Me.
No,
Okay.
no,
Lean
Stand
on
by
Me.
Me is a different movie.
Okay.
You're thinking about the Stephen King movie, Lean on Me.
Oh,
No,
yeah, that's a
Oh.
scary one.
Stand by Me. I
Okay.
remember when they went out to go look for that dead body and they found it, and that's what
Oh,
that's what the whole movie Stand by Me was about. They were going on this journey to go find this body.
Hmm.
And it was
Yeah,
about
I probably
the-
started watching the movie, but I don't watch scary movies.
Right.
But it's
Lean
not
on Me is the
scary.
one about the high school and the principal and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Joe Clark was the principal.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. The movie was about
Right.
him. Right.
Yeah,
You're
he would
right.
walk around the hallway with the bat. Can you imagine a principal doing that now? Oh my God.
And then he
That's
would
what
walk
I'm
around with a
saying.
pencil.
Oh geez. Oh my God. And he would lock the school up, and
Yeah.
that was crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of schools need to have that now, but there's no way
That'll
that
never
would ever
happen.
happen.
No.
No.
Yep, he would lock the door so he could keep out the gangs, the drug dealers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy people. Can you imagine nowadays what those crazy people would do? Just come up there with a gun now. That's
No
crazy.
way.
No.
So,
That's nice.
but yeah, Lean on Me.
Lean
Yeah.
on Me.
When
That's a great song. Just the way that he sang it, you just believed in every word.
But
Yeah.
and then with that retreat, it was like, you go to a retreat, and there's some sessions that you have to, like, talk about, like, something that happened to you bad, and it's like, lean on me, because we're always going to have to lean on somebody, right, Delia?
Yeah.
I always
For
have
sure.
to lean on Delia, and
Yeah,
it's
and
just
lean on
you have
you.
those certain people. You have those certain people that someday you're going to have to lean on them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
All right, Mom, what's your number 2?
First time ever I saw your face.
face.
That's all I know. Anyway, Roberta Flack. To me, again, I keep picking the songs because to me, in the 70s, they just, every time they played them, I loved them. And I
Yeah.
didn't even care what it meant. I just liked the way they sounded, the way she sang it. And it's just, it was such a pretty song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the second verse is just, the first time I touched your lips, I felt the earth move. It's just, they meant something back then.
Yeah,
Today's
right.
music just,
Songs did
Yeah.
mean something.
yeah,
And they stayed with you. I guess it was different because they were played on the radio.
right.
you know,
Yep.
So you would hear it a lot. It's not like now that you can listen to music everywhere. I mean, then you here we just had like one pop, radio station.
Just a couple radio
And-
stations, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would play the
So-
same song or American Bandstand. And, and that's just the way
Yeah.
it was. So you would
And
listen
maybe
to the
that's
song.
why people don't see music the way that it was back then, because it's so cheap now. You just have
Right.
to type it up on the computer. You can hear any song you want, millions
Yeah.
of different songs.
Right.
You don't you don't have to go to the store to go buy this or buy that.
No.
You can just sit at home and just listen to whatever you want, and then if you don't
Yeah.
like it, you skip it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
So,
So,
So that's my number 2.
my number 2 is going to be. My mom already mentioned this at number 8. She had it so low. Rod Stewart with
You're
Maggie
so
May.
Oh yeah.
wonderful.
I did have it kind of low.
Yeah,
So it was a big song.
yeah. It was a huge song, and it made his career what it was. Of course, he had other hits before that, but that was the one that is his signature hit.
Yeah. Just the voice, his voice, and
Yeah.
just who was Maggie May, Andy?
Maggie May is kind of an autobiography song. He was a young man having a love affair with an older woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know
So
that.
that's what it was about. He had just got out of high school and he was having an affair with an older woman.
Like-
That's what Maggie May
Like
was.
Mrs.
Yeah,
Robinson.
the graduate. Yeah,
Yeah.
the graduate.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That was
But-
60s.
Yeah, but the graduate, when Simon Garfunkel did Mrs. Robinson, it didn't mention anything about any kind of an illicit
Affair.
affair or love affair.
Right.
They just kind of they
then
really
make
didn't heard that much at all. It was just a song, a great
And then they
song.
make the movie being all
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then it was like, oh, that's what the song was about.
Yeah, but then they didn't. But the song, which was written beautifully by Paul Simon, he didn't really mention anything about an affair or nothing like that
right.
at all.
There's
So,
another.
It could have been anybody.
A lot of good
Yeah.
songs, but I
It
can't.
was a great movie, though. I finally watched it not too long ago because I've
It
always
was a
liked,
long time ago.
but I've always liked Dustin Hoffman. Always
Yeah.
have. I think he's a great actor, and he was so good in The Graduate. So good.
Yeah.
Because I think he was engaged to the young woman and he fell in love with her mom or something like that, right?
Oh wow.
Is
I
that who
don't
Mr.
remember.
Robinson was?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I saw
was
it,
her
but
mom
I don't know.
or something like that. Or he was introduced to her by her family or something like that. Okay, guys, we are at the number 1 song, and then after that we will have y'all's honorable mention, which I am so happy and excited and very surprised that y'all did honorable mentions. That's such a black spinner.
Yeah, what do you mean? I gotta do some honorable mentions. I
I
said, I'm
have
sure-
to too because there's some that I liked, but then I just
Right. So
So I should have done 10 plus 5 on this.
yeah. So number 1,
Number 1, yes, please, Mary Rose. What is your number
Hey.
1?
when this song comes out on the radio, no matter where I'm at, I mean, the girls would say, "Mom, stop singing it so loud," because I would always listen. The radio was always on in the car,
Yeah.
and then now, of course, the only station really that we listen to is
this size.
XM
XM.
70s, the 70s. So when this
This is
song
kind
comes
of
on,
weird.
even with Ken in the car or whatever, I sing it out so loud.
And you belt it out. I bet you I know what it
belt
is.
out. It's 1970, Three Dog Night.
Oh.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Oh yeah. Jeremiah was the
Was a
bullfrog.
bullfrog.
Good friend
Was a
of
good
mine.
friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine, and he always had some mighty fine wine,
Oh,
singing "Joy to the
yeah.
world,
World.
all the boys
Oh,
and girls,
girls.
joy to the
With the
fishes in the
fishermen,
deep blue sea,
deep blue sea. Joy to
joy
you
to
and
you
me.
and me."
Oh.
Joy to the World. Wow. That's a really good song. I
Yeah.
like the word Three Dog Night.
Yeah.
It repeats,
You guys
there's a
really
lot of
good songs.
verses that keep repeating it,
Yeah.
but still, they're like, and my girls were like, "Mom, you're singing it so long." And sometimes when I know that I'm the only one in the car, I'll roll down my window and sing it really loud. Jeremiah. So that was my
Oh, that's
number
funny.
1.
Your
I like
number
it.
1.
Three Dog
Your
Night.
number 1. Three Dog Night with Joy to the World.
Yeah.
Mom, what is your number one?
Well, when you said that every time you hear it, that you just belt out, you start singing, and I go, "Oh my gosh, that's my song!" But nope,
No.
this song. Every time I hear this, is a powerful song to me as a woman. It's my anthem.
I Am Woman. Helen Reddy.
I will survive.
Oh, yeah.
by
Mhm.
Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my song. I mean, it just is. Everything about it. That's my song, and because I think it's powerful. I think it's a powerful song for women, and um, I belt out whenever time I sing it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, and I know all the words when I'm hearing it.
Right. When
And
I'm hearing
walk
it.
out the door, it's just don't
Yeah.
you're not welcome anymore. It's just I will survive, and it just makes me feel like women are just strong and powerful and independent. And that song is me.
Remember when we took a trip down to Mexico with
Mhm.
Debbie,
Uh-huh.
and this song came on, and she was singing it,
Yep.
for her own reasons and that.
Yeah.
And then also when I was going through my divorce, gosh, after a few months, then that was like my song is like,
It just is.
know,
It just gives you this sense of
Right.
of feeling strong.
right, that you're going to
Yes.
feel strong no matter how low you felt. You're
Right.
going to survive, and
Yeah.
it's not going to, don't
Mhm.
make him think that you're going
Right.
to not survive. So,
And that's I just like it a lot. I can sing almost every word of it when I hear it.
Yeah. When I hear it.
Good song.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
That's my number one.
Wow, Mom, that's a great choice. That's a good song. My number one has already been mentioned. When I was a teenage boy, my mother would go to HEB, and there was a half price books right next door. And I would go and I would look at all the records because I really liked the pictures on there. Well, that's when I started record collecting. And this was my first record,
Wow.
first vinyl I ever bought. And it was Don McLean's American Pie. That was the first one I bought. I bought it for $3.99.
Oh wow! How
I
do you
got
remember
the
that?
price tag on it. Every record that I have, I've taken the price tag off except for that one.
Wow!
On there.
Isn't that
Cool.
something?
And American Pie, I know every single word to that song. I think it's a beautiful song.
That's my number 3. Thank you.
It tells the story about it's kind of, well, he has never divulged what the song is about, and he says he never will.
The speculation is
The speculation is like it's a recap of rock and roll in the 60s.
Yeah.
It begins with the death of Buddy Holly, and it runs through the Beatles and Bob Dylan, and he uses metaphors for all these,
Yeah. Well, with Buddy Holly, it was Richie Valens that also died in that plane crash.
Yeah, and the Big Bopper.
The Big Bopper.
Of those three. That's what the song they say is about, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. That rock and roll died just a little bit at that time. And it really did, if you really think about it, after they passed away, rock and roll, Elvis went off to join the army, and we had a bunch of teen idols that were singing, and that wasn't very rock and roll at all.
Right, right.
And so my number one song is American Pie. I remember listening to that song when I was in junior high going, oh my God, they're talking about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Okay,
Because he talks about, he went to go talk to the 3 men he admired the most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. But they they took the last train to the coast. That's a great song, American Pie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten to the point where our honorable mentions, just go ahead and mention all 5.
Okay. Mine would be Carly Simon, You're So Vain.
Yep.
was my number 11. My number 12 was the Tony Orlando and Dawn. Tie a yellow ribbon around
ribbon
the
around
old
the
oak
old
tree
oak
if
tree.
you still want
That's-
me.
Mhm.
So that, I guess that had to do with a girl
How about
waiting,
Vietnam?
waiting for
At
her.
first, and then it became a symbol of people coming from the war.
Right. Yeah.
The yellow ribbons.
The
My
Yellow
number
Ribbons.
13 is Anne Marie. You needed me.
Oh, that was a good
Like-
song.
I
Uh-huh.
cry a tear, you wiped it dry. So that was my
Yeah.
number 13. My number 14 was Linda Ronstadt. You're no good.
Yeah.
Just you're no good. You're no
You're no
good.
good, baby. You're no good.
Yeah,
That's all
and
I
I
know.
like the voice in that one.
Yeah.
And so that was, is that my 14? Where's my 15? I have 5. Let me see. I don't know where that one went. So, oh, here it is. My 15th is Neil Diamond. Song blue.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
Oh, yeah.
knows.
I love Neil Diamond. There's
Yeah.
so many of
Yeah.
his songs that I just love.
Yes,
Right.
and I like
Yeah.
his voice is also unique, kind of
Yes.
like a little raspy or something like
Yeah.
that.
I
So,
love a lot of his songs. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
yeah.
Diamond.
So that was my 15th.
Cool.
Mom,
He does.
what's
Mine
your
are
other
not in
five?
any order. And I've realized that I liked a lot of what can I say? Like just I don't know, just pop maybe because I listen to radio a lot. But one was only Jackson 5, I'll be there.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'll be there.
And I write the songs by Barry Manilow.
Barry.
I
Yeah.
write the song.
And this one, Benny and the Jets. It's just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by yeah.
by Elton John.
Elton John.
Because it was just a fun song. I just like
Yeah.
that. I just
Oh, it's a
like
good
fun
song, yeah.
songs. And Chicago was one of mine. If You Leave Me Now, that was one of my.
Oh, okay.
If you leave
And
me-
and this is only because I love Barbara Streisand, and I had to pick The Way We Were.
Oh yes.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought of that one too.
yeah.
Yeah, the way we
So
were.
those were my top 5 that I couldn't put because I like them a lot, but they weren't like wow.
Yeah, my
they're top
favorite. Yeah,
10. They're just
same thing with me.
I just didn't want to forget about them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My honorable mentions is going to be the first one's going to be James Taylor, Fire and Rain.
Oh yeah.
I've seen Fire and
Fire
I've
and
seen,
I've
Oh, I've
seen
seen rain. Yeah.
I've seen
Every day that I thought
Um,
would never end. I've seen the day that I
yes.
thought would never end.
Yes. Yes. I always
Okay.
thought that I'd see you.
See you again.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good song.
And Jackson Brown, of course, I have to have Jackson Brown in there. Running on Empty. You remember that,
That
song?
doesn't sound familiar to me. No, I mean the artist sounds familiar to me.
Jackson Brown doesn't sound okay. In fact, he was part of that Eagles, Linda Ronstadt kind of, and in fact, he's the one who wrote "Take It Easy" and gave it
Oh,
to
Take
the.
It
Yeah, that one I know.
Easy.
That one. Take it easy. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote that. And he gave it to them.
Okay.
He made his own version, but it's not as good. It's a little bit more laid back. Where the Eagles were a little bit more fun. But Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. The Eagles with Hotel California.
Oh, I loved Hotel California. That's one of their
Yeah.
And Fleetwood Mac with "Go Your Own Way." I love that song a lot. You can go
That one I
your
have
own
to-
way. You can go your own way. You can call it a lonely day. Okay, I see. Nobody.
Sorry. I just
Oh, that's
okay.
it. I
Yeah,
don't. I do like Fleetwood Mac though.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like their biggest song, but okay,
Oh, well, I guess we don't like them that much.
it's like their most popular song of all time.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish off with the Beatles. Let It Be.
Let
Oh
it be.
yeah.
I was gonna pick that one because come on.
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
That
I know. I
was a
wanted to
good
put
one
it
too.
on the others, but I kind of wanted to keep it more 70s because that was released like right there at the beginning of
Yeah.
1970.
Close to 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So-
Let it be. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it
that
was-
that last song that they did?
That was one of their last ones that they did.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last one that they really released was The Long and Winding Road.
Oh, yeah.
That was the last
Yeah,
one that they
okay.
released as a band.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
All right. So that wraps up tonight's show. Thank you so much for
you.
joining me tonight, ladies. This was great. Thank you.
yes,
so much
it
for
was.
saying yes.
Yeah.
Well, now we'll go to sleep and all these songs will be in our heads.
I'll probably listen to some of these songs.
Did you say there was
right
some
now.
comment about somebody else at the top 10, Andy?
Oh yes, Jan Myrag. He said he put this in no particular order. Led Zeppelin, "Stairway to Heaven."
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
The Who with "Won't Get Fooled Again." The Eagles with "Hotel
That's your-
California."
Hotel California.
Oh, I forgot about the song "Imagine" by John Lennon.
But I
Oh,
thought
yes.
Imagine was 1980. I don't know why.
1971.
Oh, what? Ugh.
1971 when that song was released.
Imagine? That's
Yes,
of course. That's one of the best
Yeah.
songs there is.
He passed
Yeah.
away in 1980.
Oh,
That's probably
yes.
why you're thinking.
Yeah.
He also had Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
My
Bobby
Girls.
McGee by Janis Joplin.
What is it?
For me and my Bobby McGee. Me
Oh
and
yes, Bobby McGee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good song. Written
My
by
sister-in-law
Chris
sings that
Hutchinson.
one at karaoke.
What were you going to say about the girls and Bohemian Rhapsody?
My girls and their Stewart cousins,
Yeah.
whenever they get together, at the weddings, because they're all married now, but
Yeah.
they request that song and they know it by heart, and they get up there and they have their own little movements, gestures and stuff, singing that song. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And also, he also put the Police, "Message in a Bottle." I love that
Oh,
song.
yeah. I like Message in a Bottle.
Yeah, by the Police. The Doors, "Riders on the Storm."
Oh yeah, writers.
I like that too.
Riders and
In
boom,
the
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Which was one of their last songs that they released. That was a really good one. And he also put T-Rex, "Get It On." Remember, "Get It On, Bang It Gone." Do, 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 do.
Yeah,
Like,
I just
yeah.
heard that and I'm like, God, that was a silly song, but Yeah.
Also, he put
it was like
Johnny
get a gong.
Johnny Cash, "Man in Black."
Oh, yeah.
And also Manfred Mann's Earth Band, "Blinded by the Light."
Blinded by the
light.
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good song.
Yeah, which was a song written by it was originally done by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When Bruce Springsteen was going through legal troubles, they recorded the song so that Bruce Springsteen can get royalties because he was down
Wow.
on his luck. He was spending so much money in courts and on lawyers.
Well,
They
that's
recorded
cool.
the song so that he can get paid for it, so that he
That's
can make
cool.
some kind of income. And also, he also has a couple of honorable mentions. Elton John, "Someone Saved My Life Tonight."
Oh yeah, that was a good
Really
one
good
too.
Yeah, and Fleetwood Mac, "Landslide."
That one I don't. I mean, I would probably have to hear the words to say that I would know it, but right off my head, I don't.
It's a really good song, and it was off an earlier album, of course, but there's a live version of it off their live album, and when they start the piano parts, it breaks my heart because she goes, "This is for you, Daddy," and they
Oh,
start with the song, and it always tears me up when she says, "This is for you, Daddy," and then she starts.
yeah.
But those are all of our honorable mentions. Thank you so much, everybody,
Let's go.
for watching. Thank you, ladies, for taking the time.
This was
to
fun,
make the list.
Andrew. Thank you for inviting us again.
Well,
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you.
And then next year, I'll think of something new for
Okay.
Mother's
Here,
Day.
let us
Love
hear the
you.
applause. Let us hear the
Oh, yeah,
applause.
yeah. Hold on. This is new for me. I love this. Do.
Yay!
And thank you once again, Jan, for being out there once again. Jan is always on there every week giving comments on our shows. So thank you
That's
very much.
nice.
That's nice.
And,
Cool.
and tomorrow I'll be on the BS sessions with Mark and Jerry and Charles, and we're going to be doing the one hit. There's a little twist to this. There always is on that podcast. It's one hit wonders by bands we love.
Oh, okay.
Which means that it's a one hit wonder, but they went on to be very popular.
Right. That's
And-
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a big one. And also next week here on the Black Spinner Circle, we are going to be doing Vinyl Battle. We are going to be doing Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet versus Cinderella's
one.
Night Songs.
Oh,
Don't know
cool.
that one.
And why is that significant? Why are those two albums going against each other? That was the very first concert I ever went to, was on that tour for those two albums.
Wow.
My
Good, Andrew.
uncle Arturo and my aunt Nora took me. I was in the 5th grade, and
And I let him go.
and my mother let me go. I
In
was in the
fifth
5th grade.
grade.
I was in the 5th grade, and I had to stay after school because I wouldn't shut up about it. So I had to stay late because I kept on talking about it because I was so excited.
Oh.
So thank you so
my
much.
first concert was
Yeah.
Van Halen. They're in Corpus Christi, and I went with Rene and his friends.
Oh my
I
God,
was-
that must have been 78.
Yes, it was. They're at the Coliseum or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
At the Memorial Coliseum, which was
Yes.
a Coliseum that was for Pearl Harbor for
Okay. But
It was
that
Memorial
was my first
for Pearl
concert.
Yeah.
And I was so scared because everybody was like passing joints around, and I'm like, oh my God. And then they had like a wine skin, I guess that's what it was called. And
Yeah,
you know, they were drinking it, and he would pass it to me, and I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, okay. So then I would do it, and I'm like, gosh, but see, I don't even like Van Halen, but that was my first concert.
wow, that is
Let me
someone.
tell you any songs.
Wow. Well, I've seen them a couple of times, but to see them in 1978 when they were in their full,
That's the
just
strongest.
starting
Yeah.
out, that's an
Yeah.
amazing thing.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Mom, what was your first concert?
I never had a concert.
You went to a concert?
No? Who?
Didn't you go see Linda Ronstadt?
Was that really a concert?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I went to go see Linda.
Real
Canciones de
Linda
mi padre.
Ronstadt?
Huh?
Huh?
Real Linda Ronstadt?
Yeah.
Yes. My mom
that was
went
a
to go see the
She had the
Canciones de Mi
whole
Padre
Canciones de mi padre.
tour.
Yes.
The
that
whole
is-
mariachi stuff, and also at the Coliseum.
Yeah,
Okay,
how can you
yes,
say that wasn't a real concert? Of course it was. That was,
Well,
that was her
hey,
tour
Maria,
for that
nobody
album.
was passing out joints or nothing.
No.
So what?
Another
people-
another band I went to see with your brother there at the, what's it called? The
at the summit.
Meadows
in Houston.
something Meadows. I don't know. We went and seen Steve Miller Band at
Oh.
Westwood. What is it? West Heights or something?
At the Woodlands.
Woodlands. Yes.
Yeah.
Steve
Now, I've
Miller
been to
Band.
Woodlands. Okay, I have seen REO Speedwagon. And,
Okay,
yeah, I've
there
been
you
to-
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I've gone to a
And you
few
can
of
not
them.
see REO Speedwagon at the Woodlands. We saw them at SeaWorld.
San Antonio.
Yeah, at SeaWorld. It was them and Foreigner
Uh-huh.
and Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
Those
Oh.
three.
Ken and
that
I
was-
went here.
I've been I watched someone at the Woodlands that I just don't remember what it was, Andrew.
you saw Santana.
Right.
Mom.
Who?
You saw Santana.
Oh wow. Okay. I
Yes.
saw Santana too.
Ken and I seen Chicago and
Oh, cool.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, that's
Oh
cool.
yeah, I saw that same tour. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Uh,
on tour here, and
yeah.
we seen them. That's when we were just starting to date, and we
That's
seen
nice.
both of those down here in Michigan.
Yeah, I
So-
saw the first time I saw Chicago. They were playing with Huey Lewis in the news. That was
Oh,
really
okay.
fun to watch.
After my
Okay.
first concert with René,
Yeah.
I went to a concert here in Flint, and I went with my girlfriend Margaret, and she won tickets on the radio, and we were we were like the only two people that stood out in the whole arena to see Parliament. I was like, I got these free tickets. Let's go to this concert. I'm like, okay, free tickets. And we're getting there and the arena's filling. And it's just like, we're looking around. It's like, oh my gosh, who's going to, we were scared. And the music, it was not, music that we like, but it was Parliament.
Parliament. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Y'all go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. So I seen that concert, but really didn't see it because we were scared crapless.
Who is Parliament? Is it heavy metal one?
No, it's an African American group, and that was all that was.
Oh, and you all.
There.
What the heck are this girl's doing here?
Right, and that was what was, but we were, there was, everybody was nice and everything, but you were just.
So you all stood out.
At that time, we were only like 19, I think. And I was a brick house.
Oh yeah,
that's Parliament.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, Parliament Live. Oh my gosh! I went to that concert. Hey, don't tell me any songs that I don't know. I couldn't tell you any songs of them.
They're coming here in August. This is going to be their farewell tour, and I really want to go see it.
Oh,
because I like their music. I like them and Funkadelic.
That's so cool.
By the same people. That was another concert I went to.
Wow.
And I seen Vicente Fernandez in concert. I seen Chicago twice, or maybe 3 times.
And they took you to go see Pearl Jam?
Oh yeah, we went to see Pearl Jam when Rene Montemayor was here.
Oh, okay.
Monica and I went. The only song that we knew, and it was a remake, was what was that one? Last Kiss. I was on a date in my daddy's car. We haven't driven very far.
Yeah.
They're on the road straight ahead. The engine was dead. That song. That was that was their last song they played in Monica, and I was like, oh, we know this song. So we started singing it. But they remade it. So that was Pearl Jam remake.
And Jan's first concert was Black Sabbath.
Oh, Black Sabbath. Wow.
In early 2000 in Oslo. So I'm guessing Jan is from Norway.
That when Ozzy was biting the bats?
Huh?
Was that when Ozzy was biting the bats, biting the head off?
Ozzy
you know that, Julia?
Yeah.
That
was back in 1981. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
20 years earlier.
But still, that's kind of a rumor that it wasn't a real bat.
Oh.
Or it might have been, because
he's kind of weird.
He was crazy. Yeah. Well, this was nice, Andrew. Thank you.
You see, we start talking about different things, and it just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Good night. Love you.
Good night, everybody. And thank you for all you viewers out there. I really do appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
All right. Love you guys.
I will see y'all later. Bye.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for doing this, Mom. It was very special.
I enjoyed it, Andrew. Thank you.
And happy Mother's Day. And I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.